I mean, here's the thing.
You're a jerk for even doing this in the first place.
He's officially back, and we're kicking things into high gear on both the build and the farm. We have big changes happening here. 3 years of nonstop work has things finally coming together.
It's coming. It's right around the corner.
We're nearing the end of this portion of the build, and somehow we've managed to make it through without any major mishaps. Kinda.
Oh my God!
So we made a touch of a mistake. With the two of us back working together, there's not much standing in our way, other than Josh claiming he's only 92% healed.
Can't milk that for like the next year, Josh. The gig is up.
Yeah. Right, it's definitely out of whack. Got too dark last night, obviously. I hurried it up, you know?
We have 2 pieces of railing to finish this entire stretch along the front of the deck. They're just really small sections, so it shouldn't take us long to complete. We just couldn't do it last night because it got too dark too quick and we didn't want to make any mistakes. So we're gonna go ahead and button up this last portion today. It feels like these projects only last long enough for us to figure out how to do them and finally start doing them well, and then we're on to something else now.
Yeah.
Why is that? Does she really have to sit right there while you work?
Yeah, pretty much. She has most shavings all over her, too. Look at her.
Oh no.
She has mine. She's hanging out.
Kitty. Look at you. You're a mess.
She came there and laid there, by the way. As I was working.
She loves you. You're a good kitty.
All right, next side, girl.
Do you want to talk about how much this railing is like changing the whole look of the deck? It looks so good.
Yeah, it's much needed. It's a much needed look.
Wait until we have grass.
I know.
That's going to be the biggest improvement
We've been talking
yet.
about that for about 3 years now, having grass. So.
Wishful thinking. Get rid of the mud lot.
It's coming. It's right around the corner.
So we made a touch of a mistake. We lined this up with center and not this up with center. And Josh is a little distressed about it because this is the way that Josh gets. However, if you come over to my house and you count my railing to see that I am off a smidge on my railing, then we're just not friends. So I'm not worried about it. Okay, Josh?
It was a simple mistake. I counted these real quick and I found center. I counted even and I obviously messed up because this right here is center. She goes 7 and 7. This guy's center. I must have counted 7 and 7, forgot him, missed him, and put him in center. I don't know what the hell I did. That's what I'm assuming I did, because I did count it.
Nobody's gonna notice.
You know what the problem is?
What?
I've been out of it for weeks now. I came back in there, and my first big mistake.
I know. That's why I'm gonna give you a break. I'm the skilled one these days. You still need a little bit of work, you know?
That's not true.
Maybe you should hand it back over to me, Josh. We won't have these types of errors.
All right, get the 4 foot level. Let's measure this level. Let's see how plumb this wall is real quick.
Are you serious?
No.
I bet it's perfect. Chuck was here that day.
I'm scared to do it, you know what I mean? So we'll see what happens when the stone goes on.
Oh no. Oh. That level's too big. Okay, that's almost perfect. I mean, that's almost perfect. You can't complain about that.
I mean, here's the thing.
You're a jerk for even doing this in the first place.
You're touching the line, so no, it's not.
It's close enough.
See, that's how, look, the wall's, it's a little bubbled. It's okay. It's kind of like your backside.
You're really trying to not eat dinner tonight, aren't you? I have to have a little bit of dirt dug out. That one's perfect.
It's not perfect, but it's close. It's good enough, you know?
If I get 2 out of 3, I win. That's you. You can't cheat like that.
It's not. Just relax, girl.
Well, you're gonna have to pick a different one then. He's almost perfect too.
Nah, he's touching the line. Look at that.
It's almost perfect.
Not close.
Look, if it's in between the 2 lines, that counts.
That railing looks like now. Look at it.
That's because you did it, not me.
So, I really can't tell if it's center or not, because the big issue I'm going to see is that side right there is going to be a couple inches bigger than that side.
Nobody's gonna come over with a ruler and measure your railing or a tape measure.
I know. That's the issue.
It looks great. It's perfectly fine. Now your drywall job, on the other hand, that's questionable. That one I'm still trying to get over. Okay.
I mean, a few spots got fixed on drywall. It's not perfect.
For now, at least, my calendar is filled with vacancies. In the days ahead, I'm looking to. I've done all that's been asked of me to do. So, honey, now I'm through trying to impress. Now I'm taking off and cutting loose. There's a clock in a month, and it feels so delightful to have nowhere to be. 'Cause I got a pocket with a little cash, car with a tank of gas, and nowhere to be.
You and Millie showed up looking for snacks, didn't ya?
Time to kill and days to see, 'cause I could end up anywhere I please. The exciting places that I could roam through, or I could mount into my couch at home too. And either way I'll use.
Tonight, guys, I'm going to cook you a delicious meal and tell you about how Every Plate, the sponsor of today's video, has dramatically simplified my life. I used to spend countless hours searching for recipes, meal planning, and shopping. Then one day I opened my eyes and realized, why don't I just have Every Plate do this work for me? And just like that, Every Plate boxes full of delicious, affordable meals started getting delivered to my door.
Every plate's here.
Even comes with a stud muffin.
Oh, yeah.
Seriously, guys, work smarter, not harder. Tonight we are cooking balsamic tomato and zucchini risotto with Tuscan herbs and Parmesan.
That's what I'm talking about.
The biggest thing holding me back initially was my assumption that meal kits were expensive. But after having been a consistent and happy Every Plate mom, I now know I can get the same deliciousness at a much lower price. With Every Plate, we can choose between 17 recipes that change each week and swap proteins, veggies, and sides to our liking. With 6 simple steps, you can pull together a family-pleasing meal in about 30 minutes. These days, I let Every Plate plan, shop, and deliver everything we need to cook a delicious meal at a delightful price. So I can spend less time prepping and cooking and more time enjoying good food with family. It's simplified my life and given both me and my wallet a break. Plus, it's such a great gift idea for the loved ones in your life that are busy. Try Every Plate for just $1.79 per meal by going to everyplate.com and entering code WildWonderfulOffGrid179.
Let's eat. How come you didn't take the pegboard down?
That's not in my job description.
Building that freezer on your back, carrying that in is.
It's not.
Get a little hump strap, you know, you like this and go, ugh.
I'm gonna get squashed trying to carry that in. That's your job. You know?
Not my ribs. They are getting better.
You can't milk that for like the next year, Josh. The gig is up.
See, I'm right now. I'm probably 91, 92% where I'm at. So I'm getting there. I don't think I can put it on my back though.
Yeah, you know that last 8% is probably gonna take the longest to heal. Oh, sorry. I forgot to tell you about that.
What the hell did you do there?
I installed a dryer in the powerhouse, and then I took it out, and I didn't fill the hole. There a problem with that?
Guess not.
Now that the tools are out of my powerhouse,
It's my powerhouse.
I'll be serious, okay? Now that my tools are out of my powerhouse, is that fixed it for you? Is that better?
We're not doing
Was
this.
that better?
We're not doing this today.
We're gonna return the powerhouse to its original purpose.
Yes, and put freezers in here.
Well, we already have one freezer in
Yes.
here, but we got to put another one in because we can't fit all Josh's little W's in the chest freezer. We need an upright. We have one chest freezer that is full of all the beef and pork that we've raised on our farm. And now that our meat chickens are at the age where they're ready to go into a freezer, we're going to move an upright freezer into the powerhouse and
Yes.
kind of switch everything around a
Yeah,
little
so
bit.
all the cuts of beef and pork we have, they're gonna go in the upright, be organized a lot better.
Yes.
And then all the chicken will just get thrown in the chest style.
All right, now what's the plan?
The plan is for me to lean it back a little bit. I'm gonna bend down.
You can't lift that up.
I can.
You want me to lift it up for you?
No, I think I got it.
Are you sure?
Pretty sure.
It's pretty
I
heavy.
told you I'm at 91%.
You said 92% earlier.
Well, I'm wearing down.
Oh my God!
Come on, push it up, bro. Come on. I got gloves, dude. There you are.
Wow, that's nice.
Yeah. We have big changes happening here on our farm as we work to switch our method from rotational grazing with electric fencing to rotational grazing with permanent infrastructure. We've been using electric fencing for probably about 8 years now, and while it's worked really well, it's gotten more and more complicated and more time consuming as we've gone from just chickens to chickens and pigs, and then chicken, pigs, goats, sheep, cows, and then separating all of these animals based on, male and female. It gets to be a lot. You're moving a lot of electric fencing, and even if you're kind of dispersing it so that you're only moving a couple of groups each day, it's a ton of work. If we were putting all of our full-time work into farming and that's how we made our living, then I could see it being doable, but we are full-time doing construction work, and we're trying to raise our own food for our family, and we're trying to raise 3 kids and homeschool them, and it just gets to be a lot. And we need to simplify. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to keep the same principle of rotational grazing, but we are going to make our life so much easier by just having permanent infrastructure in place for each group of our animals.
So the entire pen's gonna be 300 feet by 65 feet. So we're gonna divide it into 12 paddocks with 2 8-foot gates to hopscotch the entire way down. There's gonna be a 4-foot run to the very back side to bring it back up.
The first thing we need to do is drive some T-stakes about every 5 feet apart and then start putting up the hog panels. So we have about 17 posts left that we need to drive in place before we can finish this very first paddock. However, it's starting to get dark outside and the pigs are here. They're in a little crate over there that we use to transport pigs. We don't want to leave them in there. I know that, transporting any type of livestock can be a bit stressful for them. So we'd like to get them out, and we're obviously not going to finish this paddock before nightfall hits. So what our plan is to get up a temporary paddock right here inside what's going to be their permanent paddock. That way they can be out for the night and be happy and comfortable, and we don't have to chase pigs in the barn or in the stall underneath the barn in the morning.
That's worse.
Honey, there's plenty, I don't believe. Plenty of things.
2, 3, go.
Yes, I know.
Mommy, look at the moon!
The moon?
Yeah!
It is. It's almost full. It's going back behind the clouds.
What you mean to me? You keep me steady, ship on the sea. Anchor me down and you float next to me. Honey, I'm ready, know what I need.
This should be good enough for tonight. Yeah, it'll be good for tonight. Yeah. We'll open them up to the big paddock tomorrow. Yeah.
I'm gonna open the whole thing for my little pig.
Come on, guys.
You're home.
Go, Pig Pig. There you go. All right, Carly, let's get this cage out of here.
And there goes Frank.
Get that lamp.
You need to lift lower than that.
Get that lamp.
Up. Oh, yeah, that's good, huh?
That's good stuff. Grass.
What you mean to me? What you mean to me? What you mean